Welcome back. It's Simply Bitcoin. We break down the news from Twitter, the daily fail, the meme review, software releases, and the websites by plebes or plebs. Drop us a like, subscribe. All right, we're going to the numbers. At the time of this recording, the block height is 684,833. The Bitcoin price, 38,510. Chain rewrite days, 678. Total public Lightning capacity, 1,353.91. Bitcoin versus gold market cap, 5.91%. And sats per dollar, 2,596.
Looking good.
Oh, it's below 3K. Yesterday it was above.
I'm just looking at the sats per dollar. I'm not even looking at... Man, make sats the standard, bro. That's how you get people. That's how you get newbies in, man. That unit bias is strong, Phil.
That's how they understand. Like, I mean, that's the best way to understand Bitcoin, really, because even if you're a fool trading shitcoins, and the sat value goes down. I've talked about this in the past. Like, you start to understand that, like I did that, when I got into that, and yeah, I ended up learning. I was like, oh, wait a second. I'm like, the USD value is going up, but the sats are going way down. And the whole point is to have more Bitcoin. So
that's crazy. So you actually figured that out with sats. You didn't figure that out with Bitcoin. That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's the first time I heard that.
Because I was trying to, as I'm doing this and losing money, I'm like trying to learn it at the same time. So I keep seeing this other number going down, and I'm like, but the USD value keeps going. And that's when I realized,
it
realize correlation to Bitcoin, and yeah, and then it's like, what have I done?
Man, I remember that time, dude. Those were the days. Were they? No. You wreck yourself back then. But anyways,
after that.
Yeah. But anyways, guys, this is your first time in the catastrophe that just happened the last couple of days. You survived. There'll be many more, but that's what hodling is all about. It isn't hodling isn't called hodling for no reason. Anyways, Phil, it's time for it.
The daily fail. Yesterday, I was pleased to host a meeting between Elon Musk and the leading Bitcoin miners in North America. I thought we lost Elon, and it was a good thing, but I guess we can't get rid of him. Anyways, the miners have agreed to form the Bitcoin Mining Council to promote... What? The miners have agreed to form the Bitcoin Mining Council to promote energy usage, transparency, and accelerate sustainability initiatives worldwide. This all sounds wonderful, right? And of course, if you're against this, then you're a horrible human being that's against the environment. I'm sorry. I got to reread this again. They agreed to form a Bitcoin mining council. Oh, this all sounds so Bcash-ish. Anyways, this all sounds very Bcashy. This all sounds very New York agreement-y. This all sounds very scammy. Okay, so
Amen.
Fellow Bitcoiners, of course, Bitcoiners are going to comment. Mandrick, fellow Bitcoiner, sold baklava once upon a time for the corn, tells baklava selling stories about the corn. Anyway, so he goes, my Bitcoin Mining Council is the new Bitcoin Foundation. Oh, we remember the Bitcoin Foundation. Anyways, okay, guys, we're going to stop. Okay, so look, the Bitcoin Foundation was this total, this total garbage scam, of course, to steer Bitcoin. Okay, to try to steer Bitcoins to particular people's wills. We've seen groups like this come before. There was also the Satoshi, it was like the Satoshi Foundation or something like that, like where they all pretended to be pro Bitcoiners, but really they just wanted to try to shitcoin you. So look, this is much worse, right? Because this is all wrapped in the environmental FUD narrative. So essentially, right, we all know what what marathon mining, we've talked about this previously on the show. Marathon mining is trying to push, is a proponent of OFAC compliant blocks. So this is like now they're going to try to use the energy FUD, right? Mm-hmm. To steer us into this control. And I'm sorry, but Michael Saylor, man, I mean, look, we love you for buying all the corn and everything like that, and for being a huge proponent of Bitcoin, but this is not the right step. This is not the step you want to be making. This is part of the censorship machine.
Yes.
This is part of the existing problem.
Mm-hmm.
And I will stop now. Nico.
No, man. Look, guys, this is exactly why the Daily Phil exists, for moments like these, right? Because, man, Saylor, you fucked up, bro. You fucked up. Okay, just to put it simply. And it's just so funny because this isn't gonna do anything. Because miners are always just gonna look. This is a free market, okay? Miners are always going to flock to the cheapest electricity sources. So if these renewable electricity sources, unless they're subsidized by the government, right, they're just not going to work out over the long term. The same thing applies with these clean blocks, right? There's going to be another pool that say, hey, I'll take them. And let's say this clean block started to become a bigger and bigger problem. The people would just pay higher fees or just to incentivize. Do you get what I'm trying to tell you, Phil? Like it's like, man, like these gatekeepers are crazy. Now, to be fair, I still agree with you 100%. I think what Saylor did was fucked up. At the same time, Phil, he bet his whole fucking life on this. He bet his company. He put his whatever. So is he protecting his investment? Does he know better? And is he protect? Michael Saylor's a smart guy. And he knows the internet community, right? He knows that we're vicious, right? He knows that. He knows that we'll call him out on the bullshit. So it was this Michael Saylor's version of capitulation because we took a 50% cut and he's just trying to make it seem again, Honey Badger doesn't care, right? No. But Honey Badger doesn't care about any of this. But like, think about it from his mindset, right? Like maybe he got freaked out and he's like, I got to get Elon back on my team. Like, I don't know, Phil, what do you think?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that might be that but we'll see.
It's time for
the Daily Meme Review.
All right, everybody. The meme for today is brought to us by a meme lord at plan_Marcus. Definitely give him a follow for some dank memes. Let's check it out. Footage of new Bitcoiners buying right now.
That's pretty good.
Oh my god.
That's pretty good.
Dude, that was amazing. Oh, I don't even know what to okay.
Marcus. All right. So you want me to go first or you want to go first?
I'm just gonna give it I'm gonna give it a very, very noble score, but a simple score. A purple towel. What about you, Phil?
That's deep. All right. Freaking hilarious. Okay. I am going with trusty network cable crimper.
Oh, dude. I hate doing that.
Yeah.
I hate with the individual. Oh.
I have crimped a lot of cables in my day.
So I don't know how to solder, but I've done that so many. And dude, that is, and you know that little thing that you put it in, and it's like different colors. I'm gonna pop it up. Anyways, Phil, it's time. Yeah, no, fuck no. It's time for
the Daily News, sponsored by
Crypto Cloaks.
All right, guys, we've been covering this. I would say we covered this from beginning to end. I think if Adam Back is saying Taproot locked in coming, I think that's game, set, and match. What do you think, Phil?
Yeah, man, bullish. I mean that's like that's pretty much that's the flag we were looking for.
That's the flag we were looking for.
Yeah.
So check this out, Phil. If you guys maybe you guys have seen this on Twitter. Bitcoin comes to IndyCar. Super awesome. Let me read a little bit of the deets. Check this out, Phil. Ed Carpenter Racing has partnered with Strike to fundraise on behalf of the Bitcoin community. That's pretty awesome. Shout out Jack Mahlers, and support all necessary on-track activities for the month of May. It wrote, Strike will handle all payments and donations for the effort through its Lightning Network and payment application. The Bitcoin car is for the people and supported by the people. A unique QR code enables the world's first peer-to-car contribution model, allowing anyone in the world to donate. That is freaking awesome. And did you see that, Phil? I did. I read every single word. That's awesome. I didn't make one mistake. If you're new for the channel, Nico can't read, but check this out, Phil. And China's latest Bitcoin ban is impacting mining. This was kind of like, Nick Carter came out with a video in regards to it, right? Check this out, Phil. News surfaced that China has banned financial institutions in the country from offering Bitcoin services and that it will be cracking down on mining. However, it's clear that this latest regulatory measure is having a very tangible impact on the Bitcoin ecosystem as miners, exchanges based in the country are limiting or putting an end to their Bitcoin focused activities. So it looks like China's being serious this time. Like all the FUD that we've heard before, it looks like they are cracking down a little bit harder. And from inside sources I talked to, that it sounds like a lot of the miners are preparing, they're selling their miners, right? And they're trying to relocate in other countries. Bitcoin mining, to continue with the article, Bitcoin mining businesses BTC Top, Hash Cow, that's funny, and Hubei Mall, for instance, have all reacted to the latest ban. Hubei Mall has reportedly suspended cryptocurrency mining. They mean Bitcoin mining that serves Chinese clients. BTC Top has suspended its China-based business, and Hashcow will stop buying new mining rigs. So, yeah, it looks like this China Bitcoin mining ban might be, of course, you can't completely, extinguish it, right? Because there's just so much hydroelectric production in the northern part of China that, and it's so isolated. It's relatively isolated away from big cities, right? And electricity is not very good at transporting it in over long distances. So some of it is gonna remain. I suspect that they're cracking down on some provinces, right? So, but at the end of the day, the hash rate might come down a little bit, Phil. But this is good for Bitcoin because this is more hash rate decentralization around the world. That's awesome. We know that the majority of it currently is in China, about 60%. So we know it's going to drop after this announcement. Ideally, we'd like that under 50%, and the Bitcoin miners are always going to flock where they're treated best and where they could find the cheap electricity, regardless of Michael Saylor's blah, blah council of bullshit. Phil?
I'm really trying to think of what the angle could be for China. I mean, look, okay, so we know that the CCP obviously has, a stranglehold on, the information and the news and everything like that and everything that goes on. And I'm just wondering, so are they really that threatened by Bitcoin that even though they have such a high concentration of miners, even though they could spend the time to figure out how they could use that to their advantage, but instead they're banning them, pushing it out, and essentially forcing the rest of somebody else to step in and fill that void in the vacuum. I mean, okay. It kind of just reminds me of, like the snake that's eating itself, it just, okay.
Yep.
I don't get why you would do that. I find it very strange, they could find a way to, profit off of the miners or something like that. Anyways, hey, look, everybody's going to play their part in this, in this drama.
And this is drama, absolutely. And Phil, I never got your thoughts on the IndyCar, bro. How epic is that? Oh yeah,
that's right, the IndyCar. Totally forgot about that. So okay, I kind of have, it's nice looking. So look, I've got the bit mixed thoughts because companies waste a lot of money, and I know that they're raising, they're taking donations from Bitcoiners and stuff like that, which it's cool. But companies waste a lot of money on this stuff, and it really, really doesn't actually bring what people think it brings. If I was to, try to think of it from the other perspective, I think that it could be positive because LN Strike is handling the payments for the events, if I understood that correctly, the trackside events. So if that's true, then it could at least help, solidify, some of the, average people to, notice that, hey, look, this payment system really does work and it really is that simple. So I can see the other side of it, but unfortunately I know that these are just really expensive things, for
would you like to say it's a marketing, but dude, at least it can,
it's
it is
marketing.
But it's going back to Bitcoiners, right? So but it is marketing.
I don't see how it's, okay, I guess indirectly, yes, it's going back to Bitcoiners. More people get exposure.
No, because the QR code on the car,
yeah.
Like if you could send direct Lightning payments to it, and I guess that's a contribution to Bitcoiners, like the Bitcoin development or something.
Okay, if that goes to the BTC devs, that's really cool. I mean, that is definitely cool. But I'm just saying, overall, the amount of like don't get me wrong, but like how much money they're going to spend compared to what they're going to take in.
Yeah.
I mean, look, I just, you know what? The company I work for sponsors a motorcycle. We've never made a freaking penny off of that. There's no customers that all of a sudden decide that they absolutely need our product because they see that bike.
Yeah,
okay?
I get you.
I'm sorry. It's just, like I hate the rain on that parade. It's super cool. It's a gorgeous car. Like I love seeing the Bitcoin logo on it, but I just know that it's a total waste of money. So
it's a waste of corn. Yeah,
it is a waste of corn, but it's okay. I get it. But it's cool. We got to go out there. Look, you know what? It's like if you're going to be out on the dance floor, you may as well dance. So there you go.
Oh man, I hope Greg makes a meme out of that. Okay, all right. Moving on to the last piece of news, Phil. Check this out. Awesome.
It's gonna be terrible. It's gonna be terrible. Fuck you, Greg. All right. Anyways.
All right. So let's check out this tweet by one of the best Bitcoin accounts. You should definitely follow him at Documenting Bitcoin or Documenting BTC. The Bitcoin Effect. Ray Dalio, founder of the world's largest hedge fund, says Bitcoin is a bubble. That article came out in September 19th, 2017.
I thought you were about to say September 1927. I was like, yeah, that did come out back then. I'm sorry. Okay, anyways.
Oh my God. I'm doing good.
Moscow time.
All right. Okay.
That's the wrong time. It's 1952. Okay, anyways.
Okay. So yeah. Oh, okay. Anyways. Okay. So. And then check out this latest article, right? Billionaire Ray Dalio says he owns Bitcoin and its greatest risk is its success. Check out the date of that article, May 24th, 2021. And that article before came out in 2017. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's another example of Bitcoin humbles all. Now, I did see the video from Ray Dalio, which I should definitely play for you guys. I hope it's not too long. It's only 47 seconds. It's perfect. Let's check it out.
Yeah, I think Bitcoin's greatest risk is its success. As it becomes a bigger deal and more of a threat, let's say people want to sell their bonds and they want to buy Bitcoin and they want to do that in a bigger way, like buying gold or something in a bigger way. And then there's more transaction. They lose control over that. And that's an existential risk.
So in a way, I do agree with Ray in the sense that, countries are definitely going to feel threatened eventually, especially as that NGU technology doesn't stop. And a lot of people, exactly what he said, instead of buying government bonds, which are deemed safe, but are actually losing value, right? You put your money in Bitcoin, and that's literally directly defunding governments. Now, where I disagree with him in, and I think that's just because he hasn't reached that level of the rabbit hole in, is that countries that have tried to do something, it's been an epic failure. You can't ban an idea. Bitcoin is an idea. Self-custody is an idea, okay? And I always say, once you self-custody, you don't go back. You understand how powerful it is to hold your own keys. You understand how much power comes with that, how much sovereignty, for lack of a better word, right? I mean, I guess that is the word, right? So yeah, I mean, what are your thoughts on that, Phil? Like what do you feel about his comments?
So, I mean, okay, look, I'll start by saying it's nice to see Ray Dalio come around because he is definitely somebody that the financial world respects, to say the least, right? definitely respected. You know, at the same time, how could I say this? At the same time, he's still learning. Like,
yes,
he's still, you know, it's like he gets it, and I know that he gets it in a way that I probably don't even get it, like from like a certain financial perspective and looking at overall market movements and stuff like that. Like, I'm sure that he gets it in a, you know, a very profound way, but he doesn't get the whole philosophy of it yet. And, you know, the self-custodying, you know, and again, I don't think I'm necessarily, you know, the same thing as the average person, because I noticed many people don't give a shit about self-custody and about sovereignty. For real, they don't. But it's only because we've been bored with money.
Yeah.
You know, they bored us. They lulled everybody to sleep with this. So
it's only until the money's broken.
Yeah,
that everyone notices.
But even now, look, the money's broken and people barely even notice. They can't even.
But they're starting to notice. They're starting. Some of the
slowly,
very slowly. You know, you saw that with Max Kaiser on Timcast. You know, you see this because people are like, wait, the money printing, what's going on? The inflation? We haven't seen this since. We don't even know what that feels like, Phil. Like, you were either a child, you were either a baby, and I didn't even exist yet. You know, so it's like it's it's crazy. And that's why Bitcoin is the money of enemies, right? Like we always say, Phil. But anyways, Phil, there was a software release today. Why don't you tell everybody about it?
Software releases. All right, looks like we've got Phoenix Wallet version 1.4.12 that was released, and that's down below in the show notes.
Awesome. Thank you, Phil. All right, guys, that was our show. If you enjoyed the show, you know what to do. Smash that like button. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Smash it. Yo, if you didn't smash the like button for that of us making fools of ourselves, anyway, forget it. Smash it if you want to. And of course, guys, you know what to do. If you enjoyed the show and you want to continue hearing the news from the Bitcoin perspective and the catastrophic fiat and shitcoin fails, definitely consider subscribing. And of course, we will see you tomorrow for another episode of Simply Bitcoin.